Have you ever started your car and suddenly seen a message that says "Check Emission System"? It's one of those warnings that sounds serious, but also vague. What exactly is the emission system? Is it safe to keep driving? And how expensive could this become? In this video, we're going to break it down clearly and logically. No myths, no guesswork. Just how the system actually works, what commonly fails, and how to approach diagnosis the right way. Let's start with what this warning really means. When your car displays "Check Emission System," it is essentially activating the check engine light because the engine control module, the ECU, has detected a fault affecting emissions. Modern vehicles constantly monitor emissions performance using sensors. If readings fall outside acceptable limits, a fault code is stored and the warning appears. Now here's something important. The emission system is not just the catalytic converter and the exhaust. It includes the oxygen sensors, the catalytic converter, the evap system that controls fuel vapors, EGR system on many vehicles, the mass airflow sensor, fuel delivery components, and the software that manages all of it. In other words, the warning doesn't point to one specific part. It tells you that something in the emissions control process is not operating within specification. So the first step is always the same. Scan the vehicle. Without reading the stored diagnostic trouble codes, you are guessing. A simple OBD2 scanner can tell you exactly which system triggered the warning. Now let's go through the most common causes and what they actually mean. One of the most frequent causes is a faulty oxygen sensor. Your engine typically has at least 2 oxygen sensors per bank. The upstream sensor monitors oxygen levels before the catalytic converter. The downstream sensor monitors efficiency after the converter. If an upstream oxygen sensor fails, the engine may run too rich or too lean because the ECU relies on that sensor to adjust fuel mixture in real time. That imbalance increases emissions and triggers the warning. If a downstream sensor triggers a code, it may indicate catalytic converter efficiency problems rather than a bad sensor itself. That distinction is critical. Replacing the wrong sensor wastes money. Another extremely common cause is an evap system fault. The evap system prevents fuel vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. It seals the fuel tank and routes vapors into the engine to be burned during combustion. If the system detects a leak, even a small one, it will trigger the emission warning. This is where the gas cap comes in. A loose, damaged, or incorrect gas cap can prevent the system from sealing properly. That alone can trigger a fault code. If you tighten the cap and clear the code, and it does not return after a few drive cycles, the issue may be resolved. However, evap leaks can also be caused by cracked hoses, a faulty purge valve, or a leaking charcoal canister. Proper diagnosis often requires a smoke test to locate leaks. Next, let's talk about the catalytic converter. The catalytic converter reduces harmful gases like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxides. It uses precious metals, typically platinum, palladium, and rhodium, to trigger chemical reactions that convert these gases into less harmful substances. When a catalytic converter becomes inefficient, the downstream oxygen sensor detects that exhaust gases are not being properly processed. That triggers a catalyst efficiency code. It is important to understand that catalytic converters usually fail for a reason. Long-term misfires, oil consumption, or running excessively rich can overheat and damage the converter internally. Simply adding a fuel additive rarely fixes a mechanically damaged catalytic converter. If the converter is physically clogged, symptoms may include lack of power, overheating, and poor acceleration. Another common trigger is a malfunctioning mass airflow sensor. The MAF sensor measures how much air enters the engine. The ECU uses this data to calculate how much fuel to inject. If the MAF sensor becomes contaminated, it may underreport airflow. That creates a lean mixture. Lean mixtures increase combustion temperature and raise emissions, which can trigger the warning. Cleaning the sensor carefully with proper MAF cleaner can sometimes restore function. If fuel trim values are excessively positive, That often indicates a lean condition linked to air measurement issues. Fuel injectors can also contribute to emission warnings. If an injector is clogged or not atomizing fuel correctly, combustion becomes incomplete. Incomplete combustion increases hydrocarbon emissions and can trigger misfire-related emission codes. You may notice rough idle, hesitation, or vibration. A scan tool showing cylinder-specific misfire codes helps narrow this down. The EGR system is another potential factor. The exhaust gas recirculation system reduces combustion temperature by introducing small amounts of exhaust gas back into the intake under certain conditions. If the EGR valve sticks open, it can cause rough idle and stalling. If it sticks closed, combustion temperatures rise and nitrogen oxide emissions increase. Either condition can trigger the emission warning. Now let's address an important safety question. Is it safe to drive with the emission warning on? If the check engine light is steady and the vehicle is running normally, you can typically drive short distances while planning diagnosis. Ignoring an engine light can turn a relatively small ignition problem into a very expensive catalytic converter replacement. Another important concept is fuel trim data. When diagnosing emission faults, technicians look at short-term and long-term fuel trims. These values show how much the ECU is adjusting fuel delivery to maintain proper air-fuel ratio. Large positive fuel trims indicate the engine is adding fuel to compensate for a lean condition. Large negative trims indicate it is removing fuel due to a rich condition. Understanding these numbers provides direction instead of guesswork. To summarize the correct approach, first, scan the vehicle and record all codes. Second, research the meaning of those specific codes. Third, inspect related components logically. Fourth, verify repairs by clearing codes and completing a proper drive cycle. The emission system is highly interconnected. Replacing parts randomly is expensive and often ineffective. The warning light is not something to panic about, but it is still something to be wary about. Addressing emission faults early prevents reduced fuel economy, poor performance, catalytic converter damage, and potential inspection failure. Modern vehicles are designed to detect even minor emission deviations. That sensitivity protects both engine performance and environmental standards. If you see a check emission system message, don't ignore it. But don't guess either. Scan first. Diagnose logically. Repair precisely. If this explanation clarified how the system actually works, consider subscribing for more structured automotive diagnostics content.